Hello guys, welcome to your next best game, which is going to be my game. I really don't want to use this channel to blow my own trumpet, but every now and then I'm going to upload a game or two when I feel that I have created something that is worthy of republishing on this channel. Of course, my games are always far too inferior to yours, but I'm still hoping that they carry some sort of educational value that justifies this self-love and this self-obsession that I'm uploading my own games. Anyway, I played this game last night against a very nice dude, actually, a Dutch FM, Chilinx he's called, and he beat me up a number of times, and I beat him up a number of times, so we had a great fun, and I played one game that I thought I would share with you. And once again, I'm going to switch over to ChessBase to show you this game. Of course, I clicked on the wrong one, so let's go back. That's the one. Well, okay, whatever. So the game started off as a knight off, against which I quite often employ the Sozin slash Fischer line that I have extensively analyzed, especially this side line that starts with bishop g5. Standard theory goes with castles, but bishop g5 has gained an incredible popularity due to a couple of very famous games, of which perhaps the most famous one is the Ivanchuk Karyakin game that I would highly recommend you to check out. Ivanchuk sacrificed the queen for pretty much a pawn in the middle game. It was one of the craziest stuff I have ever seen. Anyway, so bishop g5, bishop e7, queen f3, and queen b6. Obviously, queen f3 announces a number of threats on the long diagonal that need to be met. Queen b6 serves this purpose, so anytime e5 can be answered by bishop b7 is just a minor detail. Castles, of course, and queen b7. Now, this move may look odd to many, but there is a good reason why it's the queen and not the bishop that goes to b7. Because if you put the bishop on b7, these two squares become very soft spots, and very often you find that either bishop or knight sacrifice on those squares can be very effective. So basically black is replacing the bishop by the queen that doesn't have any better duties anyway to keep the e4 pawn under pressure, and uses the bishop for the time being to cover the e6 square. Right, rook e1. As you can see, white is building up a very strong pressure. All the pieces are developed. It's a beautiful picture of how to develop your pieces, and it's not because I did it, but because of this is how chess should be played. But because of the black's defense is fairly sturdy and there are no weaknesses around it, it's still quite a laborious work to actually prove that this setup is worthy and playable without actually marching your pawns up like it is standard in most Sicilians. Knight d7, good stuff. Queen g3. And according to my own notes and analysis, which is very secretive, but I'm going to reveal tidbits here, the best move for black here is castle, simply ignoring this building threat along the g file, because after bishop h6 you can simply drop back to e8, and if I'm not mistaken, none of the fancy knight f5s and knight d5s achieve here much, for which reason this position is playable for black. However, he played h6, and this brings upon a great deal of tactical tricks, and basically it leads to an immediately better position for white, because after bishop takes f6, black simply doesn't have a convenient recapture. If the knight takes, obviously I can just pick up this cherry on g7 and then h6 without having to face any serious consequences. If the pawn takes back, I suppose that I have got a variety of ways. I'm really tempted to throw in knight f5 here, which is something similar to what happened in the game, and after takes I would probably just retake and enjoy the variety of threats that I have against the black king. Like, this is the ideal dream scenario for white, and you will see that something similar happened in the game too. Now white's attack is simply overwhelming with the threats of knight d5, queen takes d6, bishop d5, queen g7. So yeah, all the pieces are coming in, and yeah, the black king is stuck in the middle a very awkward situation to defend. And that's exactly what happened in the game after bishop f6-2. I played knight f5. There's no way to not accept the sacrifice because of the d6 pawn is under attack by 3 pieces, so he had to take. And after ef5, the game ended very quickly. He played king f8. Perhaps king d8 would have been a tad bit better. And after that, the idea is to play bishop d5, queen b8 takes, queen takes, and queen d6 with an overwhelming attack. Black is in really big trouble here, and it's very see how he could survive. One possible way to play it would be queen a7 with the idea of offering a queen swap here. Please note that queen b8 is not possible because I simply take it, the knight is pinned. So queen here, and now after knight d5 I think that black can comfortably throw in the towel here. All of his pieces are entirely more paralyzed. The knight can move, the bishop can move. This bishop can move, but nowhere sensible. And the threat is that, for example, if he tries to simplify the position by rook e8, is to play knight b4, and now knight c6 check is not stoppable. Actually, it's a mate threat, but black can only stop it at the cost of a queen, and so white wins. Of course, any kind of blocking move on the e file is met by bishop d5, bishop a8, and then f4, winning the whole house. So he decided to go to f8, but that led to an immediate disaster by queen takes d6, king g8, and the final trick is bishop takes f7 check. And this move just brought to my mind that a couple of videos ago someone told me to put this notation tab away to training, so I'm not spoiling the whole game like I just did, so let's pretend you didn't see that. So yeah, bishop takes f7, and it forces a mate in a few moves. If he takes, that's mate in 2, queen here, queen here, queen here. That's a fairly nice mate, and perhaps even nicer is if he comes here and then check here and rook e8, and then rook takes f8 mate. So yeah, that was my game against this lovely gentleman called Chilinx, and I hope that he doesn't mind that I published it. In fact, I did ask him to send me some of his best games, so he might in response send one of those where he kicked my butt, and then that will be a funny scenario. But yeah, that's it for the time being, guys. I hope that you will like this video too, and yeah, I will be back with more soon. Thanks for watching.